Why getting electrocuted in a house fire sparked me into fitness, and I want to give you the 3 pivotal shifts that I made that helped me lose the 53 pounds that I had gained in just around 100 days. Now, I don't often tell this story, and I was talking with somebody the other day and they were like, Jason, you should totally tell people this story because it's freaking crazy. And so I don't want to make this too much about me. I want to be able to give you the lessons I learned so you can apply it and it could be super valuable for you. Before we get into the electrocution and the pivotal changes that you can apply into your life today, I want you to know, because a lot of people just assume that I'm a fitness coach, so I was fit. That's can't be farther from the truth. Growing up, like, I was freaking bullied. I was beat up. I was the bench warmer. I was a skinny, goofy, quirky, scrawny kid, like just a nerd, I was not fit. I was the opposite of fit, okay? I was emotionally, physically abused all throughout school just by the kids, growing up. A lot of different crazy situations that I don't even really want to get into here, but just know, like, I wasn't born fit. I was the opposite of athletic growing up. And in the habits that I never developed because of all of that, I developed habits of doing drugs and alcohol, which got me into a lot of trouble. And then I cleaned myself up, got into the fire department. And this is where I want to kind of give you the shifts and stuff that I made. So it was in 2009. I believe it was November 9th, 2009, when we were in a search and rescue in a house fire. And I see you hopping on, Justin, so you know all about this, bro. And we were doing a search and rescue in this house fire. We were crawling beneath the smoke line, and my hand hit a 220 live volt. Just put the shock through me, went through my back, went through my partner, and I was immediately rushed to the hospital. I was in the hospital for 3 days, 3 nights. I had to pump fluid into my liver and kidneys, and it's a very scary time, right? Because, like, you don't know what's going to happen. And I was it was uncertain. I was like, am I going to live? Am I like, what's going to happen to my organs? Like, I'm not sure. And so it really, like, let me see that life could have just ended for me. And I was not living to my potential, not even like close, not even like scratching the surface. I was unhealthy. I was overweight. I was always complaining about how I didn't have time and how, yada, yada, yada. And so it really gave me a new life. It gave me an opportunity to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to put myself into a routine. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And that's what initially got me into fitness in the first place. So I'm not just born fit. I come from an unathletic past. I come from an overweight past. And I had to apply it just after like a kind of a awakening experience, if you will. Okay, so I don't want to get too much more into the story because I want to keep this more about you and not about me, but I wanted to let you in on that like there was a lot that goes into it, and you may be in your own spot in life right now. You may have overcome your own adversities, or maybe you're feeling stuck now. Maybe you're feeling emotionally drained or depressed, or maybe you, like me, had some kind of physical or emotional trauma when you were a child that's kind of still instilled in you today in the subconscious mind that's developed patterns, right? Whole nother topic. But the 3 pivotal changes that I actually made that's really changed the game for me were, first and foremost, before we get into these changes, I don't mean to keep these open loops going for you, but I think this is really important that I tell you this. When I first got into my fitness journey about a decade ago, I tried every diet under the sun, which is why I tell you guys that diets do not work. I tried Herbalife. I did Beachbody. I did freaking Weight Watchers. I did Atkins. I did every diet, paleo. I counted macros. I did every diet under the sun. And I come to realize that diets don't work because they're destroying your lean muscle tissue, which destroys your metabolism. That's why I preach what I preach today, because I suffered through it. I did hours upon hours of running and cardio and all of this bull BS. I did group classes, kickboxing, Orange Theory. I did freaking CrossFit. I tried it all, and I'm here that's why I preach so intensely and so passionately about what works and what doesn't work, so I save you time and you don't go through my mistakes, okay? Now, the pivotal changes that I want to get into right now. Pivotal change number 1, all roots in the mindset. And a lot of people skip this part. And this is why there's a 97% failure rate of people that lose weight, gain it back. Because people skip out on the becoming part, the mindset part, the habits part. A lot of people just want to do the thing because they think they're going to get results. But you don't change the self-image. You don't change who you are as a person. You don't level yourself up. So pivotal change number 1 came from the mindset. It came from the ability to say, okay, here's the person I need to become. Here is who I need to step into. And here is the shifts I need to make. This is where I became I'm really, really consistent with habits of gratitude, with habits of journaling, with habits of meditation, with habits of reflecting, with habits of counting wins. And I'm telling you right now, probably, and I hope this is not you watching this right now, but about 97% of people are going to tune the mindset piece that I'm telling you out now, which unfortunately, and like I said, hopefully it's not you, but unfortunately is why most people struggle throughout life. Okay. Pivotal change number 2. It was in the realization that 80% of my results and my clients' results, I've now trained thousands of people, come from strength training with a little bit of HIIT training peppered in. Now, obviously, if you've been following me, you know that I've branded and I call it metabolic intensity training. And it's the most effective way to burn stubborn fat, to lose stubborn fat, because it optimizes the metabolism, which is the key to success. So pivotal mindset or pivotal shift number 2 was that resistance training, strength training with a little bit of HIIT training is 80% of what you should be doing, okay? Not cardio, not dieting, none of that stuff, right? It's that pivotal change. And by the way, if any of this is resonating with you right now, like if you've been through your own, you might not have been through an electrocution accident, but maybe you've had your own struggles and own adversities that you've been through, like go ahead and just like give me the heart button, drop the heart button. You can even leave a comment below if this is resonating with you. You can say yes. I would love to know that I'm not alone just preaching up here telling you all my all my shortcomings and stuff. So anyways, pivotal change number 3 was about the nutritional aspect. And it was what I now call flex fuel nutrition. But the pivotal shift was that you don't have to diet, which I alluded to a little earlier, that it's all about being flexible. It's not about restricting anything, because when I restricted, I literally destroyed my metabolism. I literally became skinny fat, which is essentially soft, flabby, and just feeling deflated, which at the end of the day, like if you have ever been skinny fat, or if you're skinny fat now, you're probably like, I wish I was still fat, because at least you felt better. Like at least you had more. I had more energy when I was fat than when I was skinny fat. So, but that was pivotal shift number 3, was just being able to understand that the nutrition came from a flexible approach, which is what we teach. So not restricting carbs. I know a lot of people, you get this ingrained into your head that you have to restrict carbs and sugars and alcohol. And it's completely BS. It truly is. It's just the diet industry is trying to sell you on some stuff. Obviously, I don't even have to justify this too much, because there's a real statistic that 97% of people who go on diets and different various programs gain their weight back. And obviously, I alluded to at the very beginning of the shifts was the mindset's a big key, but it's also this shift with the nutrition. It's like people are just trying to diet, but they're not actually developing a flexible, sustainable nutrition plan, which is what we teach with the Flex Fuel. So those are the 3 shifts that helped me lose about 53 pounds, to be real with you, in you'll 100 days, give or take. It was I honestly can't remember. It was about a decade ago, but it was somewhere between 90 days and 120 days, somewhere in that loop. So I just put 100 to make it kind of right in the middle. So, but anyways, if this helps you, let me know. I would love to know anything that you have, any questions that you have about any of those shifts, so I can further help assist you and help kind of guide you, so you can hopefully avoid making all of the mistakes that I made early on, like doing too much cardio, doing all these diets, buying into all these MLM companies Herbalife and Beachbody and all these things that freaking don't actually work for the long-term sustainability and stuff like that. So hopefully that saves you a bunch of time. And I was a little bit reluctant to share some of this stuff. I don't always like to share my story, especially on social media. But I had a mentor of mine that asked me to, that nudged me to start sharing some of this stuff more with you. So give me the heart button if this helps you, because I may share more things that I think would help you that are a little bit more vulnerable and uncomfortable for me to share. And of course, listen, if you would just like some guidance, I'm just going to be real with you. If you would like some help, some structure to losing stubborn belly fat specifically is what I help people with. You want the nutrition plans done for you. You want the workout plans done for you. You want some accountability and structure in place, so that way you don't fall off, and you know that you can stick to something and you have somebody in your corner that can help lead you to the full goal, so that way you actually reach the finish line this time. Then go ahead and just shoot me a private message, please, private message, and just say the words, "I'm ready." Just say the words, "I'm ready," and what we'll do is we'll have a conversation. To be completely transparent with you, I don't work with everybody. You have to be committed to the process. I'm not a babysitter. I'm a coach. I'm going to help coach you, but I'm not going to babysit you. So you do have to be ready to commit yourself. And if you're committed and stuff, we can have a conversation about like taking you from where you're stuck right now. Maybe your own adversities, maybe not electrocution, maybe your own adversities and stuff that you've been through. And we could figure out the obstacles that are in your way today, and we could figure out the path, the game plan to get you to that promised land that you want to be in. So anyways, let me know. You could say private message me. I am ready, and we'll connect. And of course, if you know anybody that would find value in today's episode, that you may think that this will lift them up, because birds of a feather, we flock together, right? So somebody that, if you find value, somebody in your network could probably find value as well. I'd appreciate you tagging them in this post, sharing this with them on your social media in some way, and hopefully they get as much value as you did. So anyways, I want to say I'm super grateful for you. I really appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you're implementing what I'm teaching you, not just like listening, because if you listen, you're just going to get overwhelmed and confused, okay? But if you implement, you're going to actually see the changes. You know, a little sidebar before I end, I actually had people reach out. I've had about 5-6 people reach out to me in the past few months that just alone on the information that I give out on social media, they have been saving the episodes, they're taking notes. I've had people losing 15, 16, 17 pounds just on the free information that I'm giving them. And so you could do a lot just by implementing what I teach, all right? Now, anyways, like I said, much love, much appreciation for you. And as always, I hope you have a very healthy, happy, and fulfilling day.